The Yale Center for Environmental Communication. To hear more stories like this, visit climateconnections.org.
Tennessee whiskey, yeah.
KPFT artist profile, Shelley King.
Well, KPFT embraced my album and played it regularly, and that really gave me a big boost up getting started, getting my name out there. Over the years, I've done some benefits and stuff, and it just feels like a family.
Listen for her music and other local artists right here on KPFT. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Firm. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you. Visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well. I'll tell you more when we speak. And Bill is loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This ain't my love. It's Friday night. The inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's Prison Radio. Prison Radio.
And welcome to the Prison Show. We're discombobulated this evening, but I think everyone is. But we are here. It's Friday night. It's March the 12th. And man, do we have some news you can use throughout the entire program. I've got information on the tablet inventory. I've got more information on the Securus financial crisis. And, of course, I have upcoming system maintenance tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. For 10 hours, we got maintenance that's going to happen. So we're going to be sprinkling that news throughout the show. So be aware of that. But in case I don't get to it, I want to say that tomorrow starting, it says Eastern Standard Time, midnight. So that would be 11 o'clock our time. They're going to be doing some maintenance on the system, Securus. So sending e-messaging, anything like that, doing phone calls, that's going to be spotty. I mean, I know it's spotty right now, right? And, of course, sending money to your loved one is going to be an issue. That's going to be 10 hours starting at 11 o'clock our time. Remember, Securus's home office is in Florida Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be 11 o'clock our time for 10 hours. 11 o'clock our time for 10 hours. I don't want someone coming back and said, no, Dani said on the prison show that, no, Dani's saying 11 o'clock tomorrow night. That's April the 13th, starting at 11 o'clock for 10 hours. So just be aware and remember, if it's spotty, don't have a hissy. And they say 10 hours, but we know Securus, right, David?
But Dani said.
But Dani said it was going to be over in 10 hours. No. Securus is saying 10 hours.
Take her to the bank. Yeah. I heard her say it.
Yeah, take me to the bank. See how much you get.
Your whole paycheck?
My entire paycheck. That's right. And we have some more information coming out about the tablet inventory. Yes, it will happen to your unit. Yes, it will. We've got information about that. So you're going to have to just stay tuned for this information. And unfortunately, Death Row has another execution that was scheduled. We all know that they're coming. These dates because they're your attorney general. He's not mine.
Not mine. Not mine either.
I don't think he's anyone's in this room, but he's after. He keeps pushing these DAs or he's setting the dates, one or the other. So anyway, without further ado, I think that we need to get to our show. And, speaking of our show, we have Sharon McKinney. She is the executive director of TIFA. Then we have Angie with the Texas Death Penalty Abolition Movement. We have Chivas Watson, End Mass Incarceration Houston and Working Group 512. We also have Abe on the show tonight, co-director and founder at Death Penalty Action. But first, we have Sharon. How you doing, Sharon?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, just living the dream, I tell you, living the dream.
I tell you. Well, Dani, I need to tell you that it is April 12th and not March 12th.
I said March?
You did.
Oh, my bad.
So I don't want people getting confused thinking that it's March 12th because it's April 12th.
It is April 12th. My bad.
Dani said.
Dani said.
She said it. Y'all go back and listen. She said it.
Yeah, I have no doubt that I did. It's been one of those days, I tell you. One of those days.
It has. I hear that. When it rains, it pours, right?
It does. Oh, man, does it. So what you got for us this evening, Sharon?
All right, well, I have a really, really excited fundraiser that I want to share with y'all. So, it's becoming time. We're getting closer to session, and we're all in our fundraising mode again. So we are actually going to have a motorcycle ride for all you.
Okay, y'all hung up on her. I guess the motorcycle ride. Woo! All right. Do you want? Yeah. So, David, do you want me to go to Angie?
I guess, but Sharon's calling right back.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if it.
I'm sorry. You put her on the air and then.
It hung up again. Let's see. Well, you know what, guys? What did I say? Today has been discombobulated from start to finish. Now
this is David.
Now we got a whole bunch of calls coming in.
All right, hang on.
Okay, now we have Sharon. You know
Who
what?
hung up on me?
I'm not sure which. I tend to blame David. So
he did it. I know he did it.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Oh, no, David did it.
I know.
I said motorcycle, and David got all excited.
Everyone.
I was in the middle of saying woohoo, and all of a sudden you disappeared.
I know.
Yeah.
So take us back to that motorcycle. What's up with the motorcycle ride?
Okay, so it's going to be called Riding the Winds of Change, and we're going to leave from all over different locations in the state of Texas, and we're all going to end up at Huntsville State Park. So this is going to be on September 28th, and so far we have bike coordinators coming out of Baytown, Houston, Wichita Falls, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and here in Goliad, because, we have motorcycles here. So we're going to all...
Y'all are so...
In Goliad?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got motorcycles here. Now, I'll be riding my horse, but, we got motorcycles here. We have a motorcycle club in Victoria. So we're going to leave from these locations, so major cities and whoever, whatever clubs we can get to coordinate, we're going to leave from there because I figured, our biker dudes are going to support our guys and girls on the inside. So let's go for it. Then when you get to Huntsville State Park, we'll have some bands playing throughout the day. We're going to have barbecue, Cokes and water, or sodas and water. So super, super, super excited about that. And that's our big fundraiser we have going on. We have our statewide conference that's coming up. The last one we did was a couple years ago, but that's going to be on October 26th, and it's going to be in Plano, Texas. And, we'll have TDCJ there doing their little thing like they do at their summit. Plus, we'll have other speakers going on throughout the day. So we'll have breakout rooms, but we'll also have separate meetings going on. And at the conference, if anybody wants to donate a craft item for a raffle, please send me a message, and I'll give my address at the end. But we would love to have donated craft shop items, things that y'all have made to raffle off. And our last event that we have going on is we are going to do an art display. So we're trying to change the narrative of so we're doing a lot of education campaigns. We want to change the narrative of what people think, especially about those who have what our society calls the violent crimes, because what we have learned is that it's really easy when we go to advocate for those with those crimes to carve them out to get, just to get a bill passed or modified. We carve out the very people who need it the most. So we're going to do our little education campaigns around that. What is violence? What do you think violence is? And we're going to be working on our earned time credit bill again.
That's wonderful.
So that's what we have going on.
I know you mentioned, I forgot how many months ago, that y'all were working on changing that language for the earned time credit.
Yeah, so we're going to change the language, but and we had thought about carving out people, but then the more research we did, we realized that's the people who this bill is about. It's not about the people who automatically earn the credits because they earn it anyway. But we see it a lot in the session. I'm sure y'all have seen it too, that those with the aggravated or the 3G offenses, they really suffer the most because that's what is going to be carved out of the bills. They're just going to carve out certain offenses because they're violent or they can't be rehabilitated. And we want to educate people that everybody can be rehabilitated, and there's no need in keeping people incarcerated as long as Texas incarcerates people. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and
It's ridiculous.
I've mentioned it several times. I have friends, one in particular, who's been in there over 30 years, done everything he could possibly do, and they're still denying him parole. It's like, if you're doing and he has a job there, he works every day, he follows the rules, he's gotten a degree. I mean,
and they can't get past what happened 30 years ago, and what they're saying is he can't be rehabilitated, but yet the mission is to rehabilitate people. So I'm like, maybe we have to call them on the carpet. So
I'm with you.
But we're ready.
We're
ready for a big fight. We're ready. So a little different strategy, a little different players, and we're just going to keep fighting and fight harder. And like you said, we're going to change some of that wording, but mostly we're going to do education around really what that bill's about, because people just see, or they think, these certain people, they're bad, they can't be rehabilitated, we got to keep them there. Or they think we don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. So we're definitely doing a lot of education, and we just want to show, look, these are what these people that y'all are calling all these names, this is what they can do. Look at what they can make. Look at what they can draw. So that's all wrapped around the education.
And if they're saying they cannot be rehabilitated after 30 years, then what can TDC offer in programming or courses to allow them to be, I'm using their language, their thoughts.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. And I'm seeing a lot more programs popping up, and a lot, again, the incentive housing and those really cool things for the inside. But again, I wouldn't want to live in incentive housing for 30 years. I'd rather go home. So, but I do really, really appreciate Mr. Carter and all that he does. I think he's awesome, and I think he tries, and he gets beat up a whole lot, but I do too. So I know the feeling. But
join the club, honey.
I know, man.
I get beat up all the time.
Yep.
I'm sure I'll hear about it. March? Really, Dani? March?
Yeah, I know. Oh, you're probably, and especially since I said something, you're going to get so many letters.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know what month it is.
I'm so discombobulated. I don't know what month it is. That's right. And I have, yes. And now you will be at will you be at the meeting coming up at the end of this month, April 26th, the board meeting?
I am going to be there. I will be there.
I will be
there.
So
I'll be there on April 26th in Austin. Getting my public comments together of what I want to say, and the best way to say that, and just I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready too. Me and a friend of mine, we're going up there, so can't wait to see you there. And I
know.
It's the whole 3-minute thing just really has me, when you get up there, you want to say so much more. And I did hear that the officer who lost his life on the Wainwright unit, his family will be there also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are organizing quite a few people that will be going. Because I'll be there. Yeah, Brian Collier is not answering their questions. So, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
They need to be there.
Yeah, I don't blame them. They're not answering their questions. Yeah, let me know, because, I want to say so much, but I shall not. David.
Don't say it.
No, I'm not.
Dani.
David, are you riding in the bike ride?
I'll ride in the bike ride. Huntsville State Park's just a hop, skip, and a jump from the house. So.
He's going to cheat.
I might have to go join somebody else's group so I can get a longer ride.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to congratulate you on your Columbia University graduation.
Oh, thank you. So y'all know that I was in New York to graduate from Columbia University in a leadership class.
Yep, congratulations.
And it was the earthquake.
Yeah.
I was there with the earthquake.
Of course.
My flight going there, my plane was broken. We were diverted, and we had to turn around and go back and land in Atlanta when we were almost to New York. And then my coming home flight was delayed by 4 hours because of mechanical issues. So I'm grounded for a while. I'm not getting back on any planes.
Yeah, well, planes aren't having very good luck lately anyway. They're losing doors and motor covers.
I know.
I think Chivas has the right idea. He's going to drive everywhere.
Yeah.
For real, I'll be carpooling with him because that was like really scary.
Yeah, I can see it.
The earthquake wasn't scary because I didn't know what was going on, but I don't want to be on a plane that, has mechanical issues and you're not telling me what it is. And my son works for United, so I was calling him, but he too was not telling me what was going on.
Yeah. Don't want to scare everybody.
Nope.
Sharon, go ahead and give everyone your address just in case they don't have you on the tablet.
All right, so the address that I want y'all to start using, get ready for it. It's Post Office Box 1071, Goliad, and the zip code is 77963.
All right. Can you say that again?
Post Office Box 1071, Goliad, Texas. The zip code is 77963.
All right. Great, Sharon. Thank you for being on the show tonight. And
You're welcome.
I look forward to seeing you on the 26th.
I will see you there.
All right. You take care.
Turn your light off.
Somebody wants to turn the light off.
That was her husband.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I guess technically they're not married anymore, but...
All right. You said it. Dani didn't say that.
Dani didn't say that.
No.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Now we have Angie with and David's got, you are with the Texas Abolition Movement.
Texas Death Penalty Abolition Movement. Yes. I'm here reporting on a few things about the death penalty. I guess the first thing is that just on the 27th, Randall May's sentence was resentenced to life without parole. So that was just a couple of weeks ago. Melissa Lucio, which is amazing, the District Attorney Sands is joining with the defense attorneys and doing a findings of fact saying that there was prosecutorial misconduct, which is amazing, a prosecutor, a DA going after another one. But they're both advocating that she should get a new trial. And what was withheld, that prosecutorial misconduct had to do with eyewitnesses that were not introduced or allowed, or the defense even allowed to know that there were some, and some reporting from CPS, I guess a positive reporting from CPS. So there's been a judge sitting on her case for 16 months now, and not doing a ruling one way or another. But anyway, so these the prosecution and the defense have introduced to the Texas Criminal Court of Appeals, criminal appeals, to ask for a new trial. So we'll just wait to hear about that. Another thing is we had a presence in the Martin Luther King vigil on April 4. There's a prison board meeting on April 26, and that's a Texas Criminal Texas Board of Criminal Justice, and they're the ones that make the rules for the prison system. It's a board that's appointed by the governor, and they pretty much go along with what he says. Another thing that I thought was really interesting was National Public Radio and John Oliver, who's on HBO, have brought up the fact that the federal executions, they spent $1.5 million on 1,000 doses of this pentobarbital. Nobody is willing to make it, but what they're so proud about is that they found out that Absolute Standards Incorporated in Connecticut is making these federal execution drugs.
Now, who found this out? John Oliver?
John Oliver's staff, or maybe NPR. They're both reporting this. And he's suggesting that Biden, because these drugs, what they have found too is that some of the doctors in doing the autopsies, that these men's lungs are full of water, are full of fluids. And so they're gasping on the gurney. I guess I hesitate saying this in case some guys on death row are listening, that, that it's, they're finding that it's inhumane. But they're suggesting, there is a law that says that the FDA has authority over execution drugs. It's not just prescription drugs, it's execution drugs as well. Also, he's suggesting Biden could commute those 42 federal sentences before Trump gets in there and does his mass execution.
Hold on, we don't know if he's going to get in there.
No, but he should do it in case. I mean, he should commute them anyway.
Right, he should commute them. But we don't want to wish anything into existence.
No, that's not what I meant. But just in case. And he's asking that there's been a memo to exempt these drugs from oversight because really people don't know what they are. What's in a pentobarbital? I was also reading that the nitrogen hypoxia that they've used, I think in Georgia, that it was developed by some immature death enthusiasts, is what John Oliver says. Well, that's all concerning, but there's no regulation of it. And so with this National Public Radio and John Oliver, I don't know how much authority they have or influence, but if that can go ahead, that'd be great. Now, The Guardian is the one, which is a well-known periodical, that found out $1.5 million were spent on 1,000 doses.
Which is amazing.
1,500 each.
When was that done? Did they say?
No. I read it on National Public Radio. They didn't say when.
I would be curious to know if that was done when Trump was in office or the current administration, Biden.
Well, that would make it 3 years old if it was. The drug could be 3 years old, so that would probably be outside of expiration. But
Texas did it. Texas,
yeah, we don't know what they're using actually. Supposedly expired, but it's not that three drug cocktail they used years ago. It's just pentobarbital. And they can't use drugs used in animal euthanasia on people. So whatever happens there, I guess they'd have to try it out on a human, and there's just ethics against doing that. So that's about what we got to say. Mumia Abu-Jamal, we're having a birthday bash, well, not a bash, but celebrate his birthday on April 21st, 24th at 1 o'clock at Shape. He's on Pennsylvania. He was on Pennsylvania death row, and the sentence was commuted, but he's a political prisoner. But there's just been so many controversy about his sentence there. But he's doing better than he was. But we follow his case because he's an exemplary intellectual person. anyway, I guess that's what I've got to say.
All right. Well, thank you, Angie. I know that earlier I had mentioned that we had another execution scheduled. Ruben Gutierrez has been scheduled for July 16th. So now we have 2 executions so far this year in Texas. Romero Gonzalez and Ruben Gutierrez.
And if somebody wanted to get a hold of the Texas Death Penalty Abolition Movement,
how would they do that, Angie? What's the address?
Oh, the P.O. Box.
They could
I'll
write
have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll get that later in the show,
Okay.
and we'll put it on. Or you can definitely write to us at 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas, 77371, and we will get it to Angie and Gloria. We will get it to the people that matter. All right, now we have Mr. Chivas Watson. He is with En Mass Incarceration of Houston and Working Group 512.
Peace and power to all of our listeners tonight. I am Chivas Watson, your En Mass Incarceration Houston reporter. Tonight I'm live from Houston. I'm not in Abilene, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, or anywhere else. And guess what? I'm freshly released from Harris County Jail. Tell me one thing. How does a traffic stop turn into a felony charge? I hope all of you Harris County officials are listening. I won't get into the merits of the case, but to those of you who have been listening, those of you who send your hugs, your virtual hugs, your direct support, just know that Chivas will be beating both cases, like Mike Tyson will beat Jake Paul. Recently released. Inside of the Harris County Jail from Tuesday to Thursday, I saw 4 people killed. Inside of the Harris County Jail from Tuesday to Thursday, I saw many guards provide nothing but negligence. From Tuesday to Thursday inside of the Harris County Jail, while Houston was dealing with torrential rain, it was also raining inside of the Harris County Jail with high bound and bail amounts. As I got moved from booking to housing, my first time housed in the Harris County Jail, I want you to know that it's not what we say here on the outside all the time, that it's so bad, it's so violent. I want to shout out the brothers on Unit E in the JPC, who from the moment I walked in gave me the peace, love, compassion, and solidarity that's pretty hard to find outside of the walls. I want to shout those brothers out that got the tablets and listening live tonight because I asked them to. I never forget y'all, even though I was only up there for a day. The Harris County Jail is filthy, but the brothers and the sisters are keeping their heads up. Everybody not gangsters, everybody not fighting, everybody not killing, everybody not doing drugs. Plenty brothers are reading. Plenty brothers are having a great time with each other, doing their time the righteous way. Again, I just want you to know everything ain't what it seems or what it sounds like here on the outside. I want to change the myth. We need to close Harris County Jail and let our brothers and our sisters go. And you know one thing, Miss Angie and Miss Dani, that terrified me was the fear of our brothers and sisters in there that said, please don't send me to Louisiana. Please don't send me to Louisiana. I'll move on. It's been a hell of a week. A couple of weeks ago, I traveled with Dr. Amit Dominic of Texas Prison Communities Advocates to Washington, D.C., to be panelists and presenters for the first annual Impact of Incarceration on Our Communities Conference. Many of you were not there, but I invite you to come next year. We had 25 fantastic speakers and presenters. Dr. Charlie Williamson, formerly of the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. C.J. Foster, the wife of Kenneth Foster, wrongfully convicted in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And there were a host of other people that I think our listeners could be inspired by, might align with even. I'm inviting you next year to come out to D.C. with us. Stand with us so we can all discuss the impact that incarceration has on our communities. I'm still working in the 331st District Court in Travis County. Shout out to Judge Chantel Eldridge and her court staff. We're in the drug diversion court. We're not putting folks who have substance abuse into jail. We are helping them get to rehab and recovery centers. We're trying to create a housing initiative if so many others wasn't in the dang way. After years of applying for work, and I know I'm speaking to somebody here, after years of applying for work, Chivas finally got a job with a local nonprofit here in Houston, and I will be interviewing the director of that organization, Helping Hands to the Community, Dr. Renee Gray, pretty soon. I invite you to get to know more. I want to shout out Sister Jacqueline Griffin, the mother of Evan Griffin Lee. She continues to lead the march. She continues to provide the courage. And as a member of her team, I would love to invite you to the Justice for Evan Lee Justice Conference Memorial on April 27, 2024, from 9 to 11 a.m. at Hiram Clark Missionary Baptist Church at 3000 Fuqua Street, Houston, Texas, 77045. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. I was released yesterday morning at around 4:52 a.m. And it's sad. It's sad. Inside of the release space in the Harris County Jail, they got a big old sign that says reentry services. But all they do is sit there and laugh at you, talk about you, and intimidate you. I was released with two men who had been in solitary confinement for 90 days. One for a traffic offense, the other for family violence. And I want you to know that both had innocent claims. If you take anything from tonight, I want you to consider how many people are innocent inside of the Harris County Jail. As I went to court today, I was really, really, really disappointed in how court staffs continue to deny the people their interest. It is the people's court. Our tax dollars pay their salaries. So why can't we bring a cell phone? Or why can't we use our laptop if somebody's pro se? Somebody needs to change that. Will Sean Terry do it? Because Kim Ogg didn't give a dang. I walked from Franklin down Baker all the way to Main Street to McDonald's to get me a hot cup of coffee. And I want you to know that this city is full of filth because of that jail, because of that facility, because of those officers. If you are listening and you work for that place, I need you to wake up and quit, because you are a part of the problem. Again, tonight I'm live from Houston, and as you travel 59, 288, 45, I-10, I want you to remember the men and the women that are inside of Harris County Jail. Everybody doesn't make it out, but Chivas did. Chivas did, and I want you to know that we must end mass incarceration. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Write to me. Call up here. We've got great news coming from the Free Melissa Lucio team, as Miss Angie, as Miss Dani have spoken about. But we've got so many folks that are still trapped in TDCJ. And as we enter this month of April, must we not forget that we are soon coming into the summer months, and you must join the 85 to Stay Alive campaign. Lastly, on Monday, I was stopped in Lee County for a traffic stop, and y'all know we got a right to travel. As one officer tried to berate me, 10 other officers showed up. We successfully handled it, got them on camera, and if you are interested, I will be sharing it live. Well, we will be sharing the video tomorrow on my Facebook and on Twitter. Again, I am Chivas Watson, your in-mass incarceration reporter, and I'm not no fake, no fraud. Again, I'm live from Houston, freshly released from the Harris County Jail. You can write me at our Austin office, Working Group 512's Austin office. That's at 5703 Manor Road, 78723. You can give us a call at 832-598-1347. We're going to keep it hyper-local. And if you're in the Austin, Central Texas, San Antonio, or even your Dallas areas, you can give us a call at 512-953-3980. I want to shout out the Big Country Reentry Coalition, who without me while I was locked up in the Harris County Jail held a successful ID clinic in Abilene this week. Again, guys, thank you. It's so great to be here. I thought I wouldn't make it.
Repeat the phone number.
The phone number, if you're in Central Texas, 512-953-3980. The phone number, if you're in the Houston area, 832-598-1347. I want you to know, brothers and sisters, you are not alone. Just because I'm on the radio, I'm never too far removed. If you need help, give us a call. If you want to offer support, do so. I love you. I care about you. And to the mothers that are listening tonight without their sons and their fathers, I send my heart, because I was locked up with those brothers. Again, we must end mass incarceration, not only here in Houston, but all over this world. Thank y'all again.
Okay, thank you, Chivas. I'm glad you're out. Very glad you're out. We've all heard horror stories about the Harris County Jail. I also wanted to, Gloria got in touch with us. The event is actually Sunday, April the 28th at 2 p.m. for...
Not one.
No, it's the 28th, but you had said the...
I had it one.
Oh, okay. Well, Gloria's saying 2.
Okay.
And their address is P.O. Box 3454, Houston 77253.
The Texas Death Penalty Abolition.
Yes, the Texas Death Penalty.
Texas Death Penalty Abolition.
And Miss Angie, how often are the meetings?
Once a month.
Once a month.
First Tuesday.
First Tuesdays.
At 7 o'clock.
At the Shape Center.
On Live Oak.
On Live Oak,
they
not the
have 2
Almeida.
locations.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Live Oak.
Yeah, I went to the other location.
And it's such a fantastic space how we sit in a circle with each other.
Yeah.
Such a fantastic space. I always enjoy the meetings.
All right, now we have Abe. He is the director of the Death Penalty Action. Abe, are you there?
Yes, and greetings, everybody. Angie touched on a bunch of stuff, so I don't have to cover that, except to say that last night, John Oliver's show is called Last Week Tonight. It's on every Sunday night when it's in season. It's on HBO. So that's where you can catch it on their webpage. Or we've got links to it all over our page, along with Action. And the action that we've launched around that is to call that company that has been producing these drugs for lethal injections in particular in the federal government, but there's also some suspicion that some of them have now been exported to states, including Arizona. Our allies in Arizona have started a campaign to get people to write to the governor of Arizona to ask that there be an investigation. And we've also added this to our petition to the president, in addition to the things that John Oliver said, which was fantastic that he did so, calling on the
Absolute
president
Standards, Inc. in Connecticut is they manufacture these execution drugs.
That's right, and you can find all the contact information on the Death Penalty Action social media platforms, and we'll send out again on Monday, because it's no use calling this weekend since they're probably not open. But we'll start it back up again on Monday. In any case, in the program, which is about 26 minutes, and he really gets into some of the absurdities about the death penalty. But he specifically says, Joe Biden needs to commute all the death sentences. We've got a whole list of the things that the president could do, including our campaign to have him take a bulldozer to it, demolish the death house at the federal prison in Terre Haute, which is where federal executions take place and where the federal death row is. And it's a standalone facility built exclusively for executions, and they should tear it down. And we've been calling on the president to do that since before he took office, and we'll see what goes on. In any case, it's a great opportunity for people to get involved and show this corporation that they need to watch out. And I heard you talking about earlier the situation with Securus, and who knows what's going to happen with that. But they're going bankrupt, it seems, and that also comes as a result of prison of activists trying to make sure that they're not just soaking everybody for their money just to have communication. So anyway, I'll let you all handle that stuff, but wanted to just thank Angie for what she put up there. And again, starting Monday again, and we've been doing it all week, let's just keep calling those people until they come out and say we're not doing that anymore. Of course, if they sold 1,000 doses, that's plenty, because we're certainly not going to have 1,000 executions anytime soon. But they're going to try to get a few, including, and Angie mentioned this, Ruben Gutierrez. The next execution, of course, coming up is another Alabama execution. Surprisingly, that's where the gas execution was, and surprisingly, though, they're going to be using specifically lethal injection for Jamie Mills on May 30th. And, then we've got an execution in, maybe not, probably not. Wade Lay is scheduled on June 6th in Oklahoma. However, on the 29th of this month, he's got a hearing about his mental capacity, some mental illness issues in that case. And then back to Missouri, June 11th. Ramiro Gonzalez in Texas, June 26th. And then another possibly Oklahoma execution in July, and then, of course, Ruben Gutierrez. So if you're hearing us up there in Livingston, hang in there, guys. Anyway, that's the execution list. In Texas, though, there was some good news this week for Rob Will, who had a big win, and has a court ordering a fresh review of his Brady evidence. If you don't know what that is, Brady violation is when when the prosecutors hide evidence and it's found, you get to have a look at that. So that's happening, which is pretty amazing. So that's a win there. I wanted to also be sure to mention, the prison show film, which I haven't heard anybody talk about it tonight yet, but Gabriella got in touch with me earlier this morning. I woke up to a message from her, actually, just asking if we could do a little push because if they could raise, let me just check and see where it's at. I think they've raised plenty of money for the film, but there's some extra things that they want to do. And right now, they need to do this by 11:59 Eastern time, which is in an hour and 10 minutes. Raise another $1,300 to get to $45,000, and that would fit within, that'll go get triggered by this when they run all the charges. The way a Kickstarter works is everybody makes a pledge, and then when they hit their goal, which they've done, so that's good news, then everybody gets charged. And in any case, even Gabriel, if you're listening, even if we don't hit that 45,000 tonight, you'll still be able to raise the money to make that happen. So I'm excited. But anybody that can right now, go to prisonshowfilm.com and make a little donation. I did one this morning. I would encourage everybody, if 100 people, put in $10, then we're almost there, and it could be done. So I invite you to do that, prisonshowfilm.com. I wanted to touch quickly on the execution that just happened earlier this week. Brian Dorsey, I talked about this 2 weeks ago. This guy had 70 corrections officials come out and write letters on his behalf. He has served as the barber in the prison, in the maximum security prison, not just for prisoners, but for the corrections workers. Trusted him so much to cut their hair with shears and scissors and whatnot, and even he was executed. And I say this because it's important, especially if you look at the previous two executions, Michael Smith in Oklahoma, where there was still, a lot of questions that just didn't get answered, and then Willie Pye in Georgia, where there was undisputable allegations of race and racism in how he ended up on death row, not to mention his low IQ. Same thing with Michael Smith, low IQ. Others with the same IQ have gotten relief in the past in Oklahoma, and he didn't. I mean, all of these issues just speak to how screwed up the system is right now, how impossible it is to even have your issues heard, and how devastating it is to be working in this field when, all we can do is stand witness and keep shining a spotlight on these human rights violations and on these things that are happening. And we have to keep doing that, as hard as it is. And I will confess that I had to turn it all off for a day or so after the Brian Dorsey execution, because I was just it was like a gut punch. We can't even stop an execution like that. Then what's going on? So, there is good news when you have the DA himself advocating for Melissa Lucio, and when you have actually amazing things happen in California, where a district attorney, Jeff Rosen, from Santa Clara County, district attorney, took a trip out to Montgomery, Alabama, and saw the Equal Justice Initiative Legacy Museum, which is all about the history of lynching and racism in the South in particular. And adjacent to that, a few blocks over, is the, what do they call it? I forget what it's called, but it's a memorial to all the lynchings that have happened that are known. And it's super powerful stuff. Well, this DA went on a trip and went through that display and saw what was there and saw the history and flipped on the death penalty. And now he is actually actively advocating for the sentences of 14 men on death row in California from his county to be changed. Some to life without the possibility of parole, but some to the life with, with the possibility of parole. It's remarkable that, and that's really what leadership is when you can change your mind and then advocate for what you know is right, even if it's the thing that you stood on the opposite side of in the past. And we see that, regularly with corrections officials. I think we're going to see that with many corrections people in Missouri who just executed a guy who they all said was really somebody that could live out their life just fine. And, and they were not listened to either. And that's what moves people. So that's the hope that we have, friends, is the fact that DAs, district attorneys, even in Texas, are shifting to do what they know is right when they know it's right. And so I want to applaud District Attorney Science from Cameron County and thank him for taking the leadership of putting it out there in the media. I mean, he's the one that released that statement to the media, and the draft order that we're waiting for a judge to sign for Melissa Lucio. And I do also want to say that Melissa has asked that we not get a lot of activism going around her case. They're very worried about what could happen, so we're keeping them on the down low. This is the last you're going to hear me talking about it, but clearly it's in all the newspapers what has happened. And, so you might be asking, why aren't we out there building a fire under this judge? Why aren't we out there just clamoring for her immediate release, which we would all like to see, and I believe we will see. And that's because they want to keep it on the down low, so we get to recognize that. So please don't go out there doing anything because we've been asked not to, as much as it's hard not to be doing that. So a lot more I could say, but I think that kind of covers the most important things for tonight. We're looking at a good 7 weeks without any executions on the schedule, so that's good news. I also want to make sure that people go to abolition.org. If you're not in prison, go to abolition.org and look at the information for the 31st annual fast and vigil to abolish the death penalty on the sidewalk in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. 4 days of activism and visibility actions on the sidewalk in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. It's a powerful event. Chivas can talk about it a bit. Hopefully, Chivas, you will not be restrained from leaving the state.
That ain't the case.
Because we would love to have you up there again with us. Chivas was there with us last year, and he was amazing as part of that team, and he can talk more about it to anybody because he's been there. And but I invite you all.
Well, thank you.
And with that, again, go to prisonshowfilm.com, put in your $10 or $20, whatever you can right now, because there's an hour left. And thanks for having me.
Thank you, Abe.
Thank you.
Safe travels, man.
Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good evening. All right, David.
Dani? Dani said it.
I know.
Yep. I think we're going to go out. We're going to listen to Charlie for a little while.
Yeah, let's do that.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you. Visiting hours next week. to keep your heads up. You ain't me if you got home. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio. Broadcasting hope. The radio show.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
All right, now we're back, and we are going to do the most important part of the show, the callers. And remember, y'all, 713-526-5738, option number 2. Now, I know we were having a few glitches. I know what's new, right? But we were having a few glitches with the phone calls coming in. So, and if I'm not mistaken, somebody was trying to call a few minutes ago, and it wasn't working out too swift.
She's on line 3 right now.
Really?
Yeah, I might have to turn her volume up because she was really low, and Linda couldn't hear, and I was trying to get her somebody to say something, and I could hear Manuela sound little bitty saying, "David, it's Manuela." Little bitty, so I might have to turn her volume up. I think maybe she's on Skype or something.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to line 2, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, I just wanted to give a shout out to my husband, David Bryant. Me and all 4 of his kids just wanted to remind him how much we love him and how we're counting down the days until he comes home. And our oldest son wanted to say something. Yeah, I love you, Daddy. I'm fine. Take it because he loves you, Daddy.
Is that anybody else? You said you had some more children?
We have 4, but 3 out of 4 are asleep. That's why I was trying to be quiet earlier.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sarah. And his name's David?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I'm sure David is smiling right now. And yeah. So we thank you for calling, and we hope you call next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, now we're going to go to the little bitty girl, Manuela.
Hi, dear. How you doing?
Doing good. You sound far away.
Oh, yes. I think it's the internet sometimes. The last time it makes some shit with us here. But I do hope and pray that you can hear me a little bit.
Yes, we can. Just talk as loud as you can.
Yes, I do. I wake up everybody in the house. Never mind, because I want to make my shout out and say hi to you guys, and want to make my shout out to my baby, my sweet and precious husband, Robert Robertson, from Polanski unit. Hi, baby. I do hope and pray that you can hear me and you listen to me. I know that you listen to me because I can feel it, baby. Are you down? I do hope and pray that you feel good and fine. I'm all right so far. The work was okay. The way to home was okay. I got the last train, and I'm back safe and sound. I'm great. I'm good. And I love you, baby. I miss you so very, very much. And I wish that I could be with you and talk to you. If I close my eyes, I see your face and your eyes, and I hear your voice. And I would love to see you very, very soon, baby. You are always on my mind, baby, and you are very, very deep in my heart, and you will never get out. And I promise you, baby, I will never, never leave you or let you down or give up on you. You are my all and everything, and a big, 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 great true love of my life. And I never want to lose you because I can't imagine my life without you. You are the best whatever could happen to me, baby. And I will love you until the end of time. I do hope and pray that I could put a smile on your face and in your heart. I will write again to you later. I will give you an answer. And I do hope and pray that everything will be all right, baby. I love you. I love you, and I love you. Good night, my heart. Sweet and blessed dreams for you. Talk to you later, baby. Big, 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 fat kisses. Thank you, guys. Good night. Have a great weekend. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, Manuela.
We could hear those smooches.
Yeah, we could hear those. All right. Let's get to French Fried Emily.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to wish a happy birthday to my love, Howard Guidry. I would like to tell him, even if we are far away to each other, we will be always connected, even during the weekends. I wish him a wonderful weekend with his mom and with his sister. Of course, if I will not be there, I will think to him a lot. I can't wait to be Monday for this day, even if he will be older than me, even older. I wish him the best. I love you, baby. And enjoy.
All right. Miss French Fried Emily. All right. Now let's go up to Miss Shirley. Hi, Miss Shirley.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
Doing great. Your son hung up on me earlier.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he didn't mean to. I was like trying to get my phone's been acting up, so I was trying to get.
Yeah, same here.
See? I've been trying.
Mine too.
I was trying to answer his call, and I didn't get to it in time, and boop, he hung up right when I heard his name, and then boop, hung up.
Yeah. Like yesterday, he said, Mama, are you just trying to worry me to pieces? I said, no. If I don't answer the phone, I'm probably asleep. He said, I know, but after I called 1,500 times, I said, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what I told him. I like napping. I'm going to call and do a shout out to him. I love and miss you, Blaine. And I do love you more, by the way. And you know it. So there's no possible way that you can love me more. Just put it that way. And wish Eric a late happy birthday. His birthday is on my husband's birthday, by the way. Eric's is.
Aww.
And I had a great granddaughter born on her papa's birthday. Aww. On the 7th. So that was a blessing.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and give shout out to to Big Will. How are you doing? And shout out to Beto, Eric, Mark, and Mayo. Hope y'all are all doing well. And Blaine, I hope you get to watch some good movies tomorrow and have sweet dreams. And I'll be talking to you tomorrow, hopefully, if I'm not asleep. All right. Well, I love and miss you very much. And hopefully I'll be talking to you tomorrow. So, good night. Y'all have good night, too.
You have a great weekend, Miss Shirley.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now, let's go down to Carmela.
Hope everybody's had a good week. I have 2 shout-outs I'd like to make. The first one is to Marcus Mullins at Montgomery County Jail, I think. Marcus, I hope you're doing all right. I know you're expecting a move soon. I hope that it goes well and swiftly for you. Everybody's doing okay here. Father David and Jonah are at his baseball game this evening. I got to watch a little bit of it with the family, and Jonah has an injured knee. I don't remember which one, but it's kind of acting up on him. But I hope everything is going well for you, and you're healthy and staying busy with your mind. Just keep on keeping your head up, and that the time will come when you'll be free. You take care, and we love you, and we're thinking about you. My second shout-out is to my nephew, Bradley Leland Aiken, at the Beto unit. I know, don't faint. I actually remembered, even though I'm exhausted. But hi, Bradley. I hope everything is going well for you. I just wanted to let you know that you are loved. You are not forgotten. I haven't had a chance to connect with your dad about writing to you or anything. I just haven't. I'm sorry. But I hope everything is going well for you. First off, I want to wish you a happy belated birthday. Your birthday was the Saturday after I wasn't able to call in because of phone problems. So I hope you had a good day, and just know you're loved. Just take care and keep on keeping your nose clean, and just do what you need to do. I know time passes slowly, but day by day, just take it day by day. Just want to let you know that I love you, and I hope to see you someday. You have a great week, Bradley. I love you. Good night. Good night, Prison Show. Have a safe travel back home, and have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Oh, all right, Miss Lydia on line 5.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Here in the but we're good. And I just want to tell my son that I miss him and love him, and that Amanda is in Cancun, Mexico, vacationing, and Tia Patty is up there taking care of the kids. And they went to see Anthony last weekend. Her Tia Patty and Dio Jr. went up to San Antonio to see him. But there's not much going on. I know that Mike got in today over at Tina's, and I spoke with Tia Janie for a little bit and Tia Early. And I know Freddie's doing very well over at his business. He told me he's doing better. The numbers are increasing, so he's doing, that business is doing well. But that's about it, mijo. We did schedule the visit for the 25th, so we'll be there on the 25th with Victor's family. And they're bringing two, a baby and a little girl. And for now, it looks like I'm the only one. I'm not sure if somebody else, but is going up with me. But we'll see. Okay. And it'll be a nice weekend. We're supposed to have a sunny weekend. I was thinking about going to Progreso, but then changed my mind because I really don't have much to shop over there for. But Jorge's thinking about going over to the tree tomorrow on that property over Alaska. So that'll be it for the weekend. Okay, love you and miss you. You take care. I'll be related to Eric. And my saludos to William, to Big Lou, to Rudy, Juan, Blaine, Artie, Moises, Roderick, Mark, and Victor. Okay? Y'all have a good night, and you know that you're thought of and in our prayers. Good night, Dani. Good night, Linda.
Good night, Lydia.
Good night.
Have a great weekend.
You too, young lady. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now we have Caitlin.
This is a shout out for Beto Garza in Polonsky. Hey boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health and spirits and that there's a smile on your handsome face. As for me, all is going good. I'm here today and I'm right here beside Daytona, who is getting her belly rubbed. Yep, she is getting her belly rubbed at this very moment. Buddy is doing good. Yeah, the week has gone by so quick. I can't believe it's a week gone already. Here things are pretty much the same. Still the same old crazy weather. The rain is coming hard, and yeah, so fingers crossed it's gonna stop because today actually was pretty nice. Other than that, yeah, I'm all doing good. I'm going to write you a JP in a bit. And yeah, know that you're my heart, thoughts and prayers. And thank you for being here for me. So I really appreciate that. And yes, so I'm sending you big hugs and kisses. And please stay safe. So good night, sweet dreams, and big, big hugs. And to everybody at the prison show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
All right. I love listening to her. All right. Ann Jeanette on line 2. Hi, Ann Jeanette.
Hey, Dani. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good to hear. I'm doing well. Thank you. I want to give a shout out to Big Will, my love, at the Polensky unit. I love you so much, baby. I am missing you, and I'm thinking of you, and I can't wait to see your beautiful face tomorrow. Looking forward to it very much so. I'm very tired, so I'm going to make this quick. Just wanted to say that I love you and that I'll be dreaming about you. And I hope you're dreaming about me right now because you're probably asleep. I have some shout outs for the guys. Hey, Woody. Hi. Shout out to Blaine. Hi, Blaine. I pray all is well, and I'm sending you long hugs, buddy. Mayo, Beto, Mark, Eric, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. Many more. and Debo. And a very special shout out to the Fat Swag crew on the Polunsky unit. Much love. Big hugs from Big Will. Definitely take care. All you guys take care. We're all praying for you. Always. And you already know what it is. Hug life. His life. Well, you guys at the Prison Show, you have a good night. Maybe I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Maybe. You have a great weekend, girl. And you know what? I don't think Mayo will ever have another nickname. Never.
Ever.
And
we have Miss Shirley to thank for that. That was, she came up with that, and it was great. It suits him well. It definitely suits him.
It does. We love it.
Yes. Have a good night, Dani.
You
Take
too.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And now my favorite mysterious person.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike for the Prison Show. I'd like to do my shout-outs to the guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cupick, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Lucy and Michelle want me to do a shout-out for Paul. Shout-out for Jovan, Matt, Thomas, Edward Reeves, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Haas. Shout-out for Keith Money. Shout-out for Oz. Shout-out for Curtis Robertson. Shout-out for Blaine Milam. Shout-out for Bill R. Sims. Special shout-out to Clarence Lee Bowman. Hopefully you're doing much better. Shout-out to Raymond Lee Cart. You can continue to write to Mysterious Mike in the care of David Collingsworth. And now back to the Prison Show.
And what is that address, you ask? That address is 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, America. 77371. And now we have Mr. Don. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm sitting here listening to you, and you're going off something like my favorite mysterious, and I'm waiting for you to say Don, but you would. I'm kidding you, man.
Is your nickname Mysterious Don?
Yeah, I was hoping she'd say Mysterious Don, but she wouldn't say somebody else's name.
Yeah, well, Mike's always calling himself Mysterious Mike Lewis.
Yeah, I remember listening to him when I was down there on the radio, and
cool.
Yeah, he's always he used to always come on there. I listened to his little segment, but yeah, man, I hope y'all doing okay, man. I was just calling to do little shout outs and share a little bit of information, man, concerning the SSI, man. I just claimed. Well, actually, I've been out a year already, and I did 26 flat years down there, and I actually filed for SSI for disability. I was claiming mental health, and it took me a year, and they actually approved me for it.
And that's from you claim PTSD for being in the... Okay.
Yes, and like I was on medication. That's something that, a lot of guys down there don't know and realize that they can actually, especially if you're on some kind of medication or you got some kind of chronic illnesses, and God knows, man, that a lot of us, we develop all kinds of mysterious illnesses just out of the blue down there, So there's good chances that you all can claim once y'all get out here. And I started claiming a month before I left. I already knew I was coming home, so I went ahead and started the process. And it took me a year. And like I said, if you got some kind of chronic illness or like me, I was filing under mental health, and I was getting psych meds, antidepressants, and I did that diversion program. That also helped. All that paper trail and all that stuff, it's good when you're filing this stuff, And it's important that when you do file it and you step out here in the world, that you continue and you make all your doctor appointments, your mental health therapy appointments, all that, because they're not trying to hear, no, well, he's not going, or, because automatically they're just going to disqualify you from your claim, But it takes a little time, patience, but it is possible. It is possible, man. I just did it.
And, a lot of the men and women who've been in SAG, like you were, for years, I mean, you get PTSD from that, and I know men specifically who've had issues even having a contact visit with their relatives because of that.
Right, and there's a lot of people, and I mean, I did 24 flat and SIG, and it's not. I mean, you get accustomed. You train your mind to survive in this environment, But deep down, it's tearing you up, man. I'm talking about mentally. It's just killing you, man. And you don't realize it until you step out here in the world and you try to, take care of little things. You can be in there multitasking, going to rec, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. You come out here in the world, it's a whole other beast.
Right.
You try to do two different things and you get overwhelmed. And you get anxious. You go in the store and I've shared this probably before. I would go to the store, and I'm getting better at it though. When I first got out, I'd go to the store and I'd be pouring sweat in the air conditioning. Just having full blown anxiety attacks. You go into Walmart, you go into store, and stuff like that. But it's just mental illnesses, it's symptoms that we develop and we don't realize until you get out here. And some show them worse while you're in there. I seen and witnessed, a lot of people that were good, man, and just all of a sudden they just lost their minds back there. Because that's what it does. That's what it does. It kills you mentally. And I'm just trying to share so that if my information can help somebody, that's good.
Absolutely, and we appreciate all these tidbits that you give or anyone gives. It's good information to know, because people living in that solitary environment with the mold in these buildings, and you name it, because I know you and I specifically have spoken about the mold and the spiders. I can't even.
I had a conversation today with somebody, and they were like, you don't realize what I went through out here. All this time you've been in prison. You're in prison. It's you're put away. You're safe from all this. I said, man, you don't even know what you're talking about, bro. We might not be smelling all this chemicals, or if you live around the plants or what have you, stuff that can harm us, environmental stuff or whatever. But you're in there and you're smelling poop. You're living with mice. You're living. It's terrible, man. That stuff is just contamination that you're putting in your body. And
you know what? You have given some hope, I know, to a lot of people as far as filing for SSI. And we thank you for giving that information so much. And I hope that you call back more often, because you always have good information to share. Do you want to give a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, man, I want to do a shout out to a good buddy of mine. He's on Polunsky, and I'm not sure. He's probably going he's probably going to be upset, man, because I don't remember exactly his birthday, man. But it's his birthday this month, and he goes by Boxer.
Boxer. All right.
Yeah, he's on Polunsky, as a matter of fact. Little local over there, and just about anybody that knows me, you know. I was down there for a long time, Dani, you know that, and everybody that knows me from down there knows me by Chano. So shout out to everybody, man.
Well, thank you, and please call back more often, because you are...
Sure, and especially, I'm going to call, especially if I get any kind of information that can help, I'm going to call. You know, so sometimes I'll be dead tired, man. I'll be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning going to work, and I'm dead tired. By 9 o'clock, I'm dead asleep, man. But I am for sure. I got you, man. I got you.
Well, thank you, Chano. Have a good one. Have a good weekend.
Okay, y'all have a good night, man. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. All right. Now we have Pasquale.
How y'all
doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Just enjoying this side of Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out, first of all, to everybody that I did time with on John B. Conley Unit. I want to give a shout out to Andre Salone on Ramsey 1 Unit. I should be going back there next month sometimes. Want to give a shout out to Caravan, where I, finished the prison fellowship. Hardy Baxton, Mr. Darrell Brooks, and all the brothers who labor with me in the ministry there. I just want to tell these brothers in prison, man, I got a new song came out. It's called Boss for the Cross, featuring Trey 9. So maybe it'll be on their tablets if they, can download it or whatever. And I just want to tell some of these brothers in here that it's good, man. You just got to stay focused and keep your faith in God. Just take one day at a time. One day at a time, because I had no idea God was going to bless me the way he has. And it's only going to get better. So I just want to tell each brother now, just take one day at a time and pray and keep your faith in God. I want to give you all the scripture. It's Jeremiah 29:11. God said, the thoughts that he think towards you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. And basically that's all I want to say. Brother Brian Trejo, he coming down here tomorrow, Kingdom Music. They're going to be in South Park, MLK, and my brother Bobby here and Trey 9, we're going to be going and off into the prisons real soon. I got a song I'm finna release with Brian Trejo and a video called Wolves in Sheep Clothing. He featured on it. So that's going to be very, very interesting. But that's all I wanted to say. What's up, Brother David? I want to tell all y'all I love y'all over that prison.
Didn't you just cut a new album?
No, I got some songs. I just cut a new one called Boss for the Cross. You can play it. You can download it.
You can't give us a piece? Give us a little something.
Well, I mean, it'll be better if they hear what the music.
Man, we want to hear you freestyling.
Yeah, you can play it for them. Play it for them, man. It's real fresh. It's cause we in the car. I'm about to go somewhere. So
All right.
just look up my name, Pasquale, Pasquale, Boss for the Cross, featuring Trey 9.
All right.
All right, I love y'all, man. Y'all keep y'all head up down there on the other side of the fence, man. God love y'all. He got a plan for y'all life.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
And Jesus loves you too. All right, you too, sister.
Bye-bye. All right, now we have Stacy.
This is to my husband, Sporty Black at Wainwright Unit. Hey, baby love. Hey, what happened to me last night, man? I trust you didn't bite nails too much, since we did get at least a little bit of whispers once. Yeah, baby. Today is National Big Wind Day. And, boo, that's what we had more or less last night. Yeah, a big tornado warning moved in for our little town and surrounding areas. So I went to Mom's, as she had called and told me the news, to come on out her place and stay for the time being until the warning was over. And, boo, we're still getting the remnants of the fierce wind out there. Yep, we're getting it serious today. Oh, yeah, the rain was an awful downpour last night, along with the tornado warnings. Anyway, we're safe. That's what matters. It's been a pace day. I've just been on the machine and published one of the posts on all the platforms. The Tough on Crime one. I'll get to the other one posted tomorrow. I'm getting ready to get on the bike, too. Haven't been on it this morning. I trust your day has been smooth. The girls are good. Yeah, they've been behaving. One's outside for the time being, and the other one, she's inside. Boo, I trust we were able to get our whispers in this evening, and the Wi-Fi didn't drop every 15 to 20 seconds, creating bedlam. Yeah. We haven't heard from the Securus people via our work order in the email either yet. Baby, it's that time. Remain healthy and safe. Stay focused and tough. You know you rule me as I reign in you, sweetheart. I love you. Mwah. Take care, sweetheart. I love you, baby. Mwah.
All right. Thank you, Stacy. And Sporty, you've got a dedicated wife, I tell you. All right. Now we have Connie and Pam. How are y'all doing?
We're doing fine. We just wanted to say hi to Britt Bratt and everybody on death row, the women. Pam got to finally email her, and she started crying because, you know, she thought Pam gave up on her, and she didn't. Aww. We just didn't know how to do it. And so when she got the email, she emailed Pam back and said that, you know, she was so happy to hear from Pam.
Aw, that's so sweet.
And she accepted me. She loves me. I'm part of the family now because, you know, me and Pam got married. I've waited on Pam since 1984. And so when I found her, I married her. I said, you ain't going nowhere now, girl. You're with me.
That's awesome.
But I just wanted to tell y'all we miss y'all, and we want to come up and see y'all. So we really, Pam thanks the world of you and David, and she loves y'all to death.
Well, we love you both, and we can't wait to see both of you again real soon. And y'all tell Britt Brat we said hey. Yeah.
Yeah, we will. And Erica and all of them down there, they hear me. Pam loves y'all so much. She has not forgot about y'all. And,
I heard that the women's prison, there's the Patrick O'Donnell prison now has a radio station, like the Tank at Polunsky.
Oh, okay. We heard about it, but we don't know anything about it. We just heard of it.
Yeah, they now have one, which is fantastic. So we have one at the Polunsky unit called the Tank, and I am not sure what the one at the ladies unit is called, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. We thank y'all so much for calling in.
So we got availability on the 19th if you guys want to come up here.
Oh, yeah, we'd love to.
April 19th.
Okay.
We'll be at the front gate at 8:30.
Okay. Well, we'll be there. I'll make sure my car gets in.
All right. I'll send you a text or something as a reminder.
Okay. Pam's right here, and she said she loves y'all.
All right. Love y'all, too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Now we have Boyd Harrell Cool Ministries.
How's the family doing over there at the radio show?
We are doing good. I'm sorry, we have a somehow
we have a dial tone.
There we go. We go. We got you. How you doing tonight?
Very, very, very blessed. Just blessed in Jesus, and thinking about all the men and women that we get the blessing and the grace to cross paths with and break bread with. I'm so blessed to be a part of the body of Christ and all the wonderful things that God's doing behind those walls. And I lift up all the guys and the gals that God's graced our lives to cross their path. Amen. Just want to give a big shout out to everybody that might know of us or have run into us somewhere.
Well, what all unit you going into, Boyd?
Well, right now we're concentrating on Bird, Wynn, Estelle. We're going to Plain State. We're going to Young Medical. We're going to Ramsey. We've got classes going on at the Lopez unit and the May unit. And
what kind of classes?
They're breaking the chains. It's a Christian 12-step recovery program.
Kind of like Celebrate Recovery?
It's like that, a lot like that. Mama Jan always said, everybody's recovering from something. So we don't like to get bogged down into thinking of it as just drugs and alcohol, because there's a whole lot more to recover from than that, for sure. But it's definitely inclusive of that. But we've been doing it behind the walls there since about 2005. And it's a 130-page manual. And I have 2 DVD. It's like 12 30-minute programs, six on each disc, and it's a set. And then I just send that to some of the units, and they actually let the peers of the guys themselves teach it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a really cool deal. And we've just been breaking bread, with the family, and I'm just really stoked at what God's doing with the field ministers and all the different things that God's cranked up behind the walls. And of course, I know there's a lot of evil going on, a lot of mess, but man, God's showing up and showing out in the mix of it all. And I'm thankful to be a part of it.
Well, we appreciate you calling in. I don't mean to butt in on Dani. I just know that I texted you to ask you to call, and then I'll be out to see you Sunday. I don't think Dee Dee's going to make it, but I will be there.
Well, I sure do appreciate you, David, and the good work that you guys are doing there at the radio. And I lift up all the brothers and the sisters and the families. And I just want everybody to know I'm praying for you. And I thank God for you, David. Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
Y'all too. Take care.
All right. Now we have Delia on line 1. Hi, Delia.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. This shout out is for my nephew, Raymond Gonzalez, at the Ferguson unit. I am going to go see him Sunday, and I'm so happy I haven't seen him in over a year, and he's one of my favorite nephews. So a shout out to him. He better be ready to eat a lot of snacks. And shout out to Don, my honey, because he's been out over a year, and he is doing very, very well.
That is great. That's great. Well,
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much, and y'all have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And now we don't want to forget about Captain Tom.
All right. This is Captain Tom. Right now, let me announce that we're 54 for 54. That means 54 years of community service to the community at KPFT's birthday. So you can donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-526-5738. And option number 1. Option number 2 is for your studio. And also, you can donate to the prison show by going to kpft.org. And you can continue to donate to KPFT 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All right, this is my shout-outs for my incarcerated veterans. Arkansas, Juju, Leroy, John Armstrong, J.B. Anderson, Clarence Lee Coleman. We have Pete Sines, David Keys, and we have Terrence Carmichael, John Wayne, Mike Dean, Robert Brown. We also have Terry Lee Lewis, Samuel B. Harris, Robert Harris, Jacob Howell, Peter Torres, Thomas Mitchell, Bob Dunn. We have Robert Jackson. Let's see. We also have Charles McCade and Bobby Joe Harper. And also, once again, don't forget to call the Prison Show by calling 713-526-5738. Option number.
Is that all? You cut him off?
I think he cut himself off. That's all of it is.
Okay, now we have Linda.
Hey there, guys. How are y'all doing tonight? I want to say a shout out to Michael Moyers, Thomas Miller L., Paul DeVoe, William Owen Sr., Jaime Cole, Franklin Davis, Big Will, Cedric Marks, Robert Satterfield, Robert Solis, Lucky Ward, Ronald Haskell, William Hudson, Juan Valderas, Blaine Milam, Hi Blaney, Paul Story, Walter Sorto, Robert Roberson, Britt Ripkowski, Charles Hill, Iron Thunderhorse, Curtis Robertson, Stephen Curry, Eugene Broxton, Marcus Drury, Tony Glover, Driver, and Paper Cup at the Estelle unit. Y'all have a great night.
All right. Yeah. Paper Cup over at the Estelle unit. Big hello. Hey, Paper Cup. All right. Now, my shout-outs. Roderick Harris. Hey, Jeff. Brett. Driver. Hey, Brett. Our photos are posted on the Prison Show's Facebook. Yep, I hope you received the photos because I did send them to you, but I know that mail takes a while. Michael Ferguson. Hey, T. Hey, T. Big Head. Blaney. Hey, Blaney. Mayo. Leroy. Larry. Larry. I missed your call like 100 times. Call me. Jay. Toot. I still love it. Toot. Leo Willis, Joe Don, Chucky, I'll cut it short, Chucky, Marlon Nelson. Yep, I was specifically told to cut out that one part, so I did. So I hope everyone had a great week, and like I said earlier, TDCJ is starting the tablet inventory process to make sure the incarcerated person, the tablets will be checked, okay? To make sure the incarcerated person in possession of the tablet is the same person who was issued the tablet. To make sure the tablets are in proper working condition. For any signs the tablets have been modified, hacked, or jailbroken. Not our words, trust me. For any damages to the tablet, intentional or otherwise. So, of course, the blue phones will be made available, so that should not, the phones will be on, put it that way. And, of course, the question was asked about Securus. Yes, no, the pending potential bankruptcy case has nothing to do with this. It's just a regular maintenance and security protocol written into the TDCJ Securus tablet contract, which, by the way, I have a copy of. So, and again, the maintenance, more information. The maintenance will happen tomorrow starting at 11 p.m. our time for 10 hours. And the money transfer teams will be making necessary updates to our infrastructure. And you may experience pauses in service. That's coming from directly from Securus. They sent everyone an email, including me. So, again, starting tomorrow, April the 13th, not March, April the 13th. And then, of course, I think everyone knows about the, this is coming directly from TDCJ. The agency has been aware of Securus Technologies' financial crisis. There has been no evidence or information that indicates services provided will have any type of interruption or change. What are you doing?
Somebody tapping on the table?
Hey, Dani.
Yeah.
We need to say a happy birthday to Troop because it was his birthday this week.
Oh, happy birthday, Troop.
Yes, I hope you had a great day, and I hope the guys treated you well and made you some good food.
Absolutely. Troop is he always keeps us updated, and we appreciate that so much. And again, we have the list of cool beds. If you would like the cool beds in design, cool beds under construction, all that happiness, yes. And I think
we've got some stuff coming up that I'd like to share to all of our listeners. Have you ever been let down by a court-appointed attorney? Anywhere in the state? The Texas Organizing Project Houston chapter will be having a Right to Justice Mactown Hall. Join us all on May 4th, 2024 from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the top office at 1610 Dumble. Harris County DA Sean Tierra will be there, as well as the Harris County assigned counsel director Kenneth Harden. They'll be there talking. Top has a lot of members and got a big space, so come through. Tomorrow, the Care Alliance of Black Gold Nation will be at the Shrine of the Black Madonna over there on MLK in South Houston. I'll be there tomorrow giving out free tablets and free phones. I might have some shoes and some clothes as well for men and for women. There's so much going on. As Abe said, we're just at about the end of the Prison Show Films fundraiser. Please, if you can, donate $10, $20, $25. They've put so many years into this film. You do not want to miss it. This film, gives flowers to Ray Hill and the rest of us, and we don't want you to miss it. If all you can give is $5, please give it. The Prison Show Film. You can go to my Facebook.
They've got 5 minutes left in their Kickstarter campaign.
5 minutes left. How much can you share or donate in 5 minutes? We give you a challenge. Donate $5 in the next 5 minutes, $50 in the next 5 minutes, $500
So $1,300 shy of $4,500.
Come on, y'all, let's do it. Let's give all these Prison Show folks like Miss Dani, Ray Hill, rest in peace, David Atwood, rest in peace, David Collingsworth, Hank Lamb somewhere sitting and hope you're feeling better, Hank. Let's give this film its flowers.
Okay, I wanted to read this really quick. We'll have more information on this probably next week. A Muslim inmate, that's what the headline reads, wins bid to reopen suit against Texas officials with TDCJ. They violated a federal law by denying him a private cell to pray. So an appeals court has agreed to reinstate his suit. So, good news. That's good news. We'll have more on that because I'm sure more will be coming out this week on that. And Mr. David.
All right. It's been a fairly good show. We didn't have anybody get mad at us or hang up on us or try and cuss us out this week. That's pretty good.
This way, it's a win. When we don't get cussed out, it is a win.
So, it's been a really good show. It was good to hear from Sharon. She usually has like Savannah or somebody come on, so it's pretty cool whenever she comes on. And she's been going through a lot. I mean, I could only imagine going through the earthquake and whatnot.
And then the plane.
The airplane with all the nightmare stories we're having of the airplanes. And that's pretty cool that they're going to have a motorcycle ride because we did that and we broke even. I mean, we've had one motorcycle ride and broke even, but it was a lot of work.
In defense of breaking even, that was right during
right before COVID lockdown. So
right before lockdown, but COVID was everybody was like, oh
yeah. So I mean, breaking even is really good.
Absolutely.
And they said that even if it was a normal bike rally like that, that breaking even was good for the first one. So
let's do another one. Come on.
Marlo wants us to do a picnic. And I'm not sure. Why would we do a picnic? How exciting can a picnic be? Yeah, I mean, we did a picnic once before with Ray Hill. Remember the hula hoops? Ray was hooting and hollering, wanting me to hula hoop. He was going to get up and show me how to do it.
Let's do it. Come on, Linda.
That's what we need is get Linda up there hula hooping. She said she'd do it. She's game. But we may come up with the fundraiser before it gets really. It's fixing to get hot, so we need to get it going on here in the next month or so. But I don't know. We did a crawfish boil a couple of times, but crawfish are expensive right now, aren't they?
Hell yeah, they are.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we can do something cheaper.
But we appreciate Chivas coming in. We appreciate Abe doing that, and Gabriella, if your fundraiser is just about over with, if somebody's got $1,300, I sure wish they'd kick it in. I donated this time. I know a lot of us have donated, and we're really excited about the film coming out. And I know her goal was smaller than what she gets, so it's great that she had such a great turnout. We want to thank everybody that supported the Prison Show film, and we're looking forward to it coming out and circulating around. And right now we're fixing to get out of here, but we're going to have Cnvrge come in. And Cnvrge is a couple of dudes that come up out of the college, and they're doing some techno and in-house music. So you guys tune in if that's your cup of tea. I'm on the bike tonight, so I'll be technoing it all the way back up to Shepherd. I'll listen to him.
Hey, yeah. David, I've got one more shout out. Miss Dani posted some stuff on the show, and I want to give a shout out to the Estelle unit. Everybody at the Estelle unit. I cannot even understand why you can only sleep for 4 hours. That is so crazy. From 10:30 to 2:30.
So we talked about that last week. They won that thing.
You brothers keep your head up, man, and keep pushing. That's such crazy news. Shout out to all of you brothers and sisters keeping your head up in TDCJ.
Have a great one.
I had seen that.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama,